Man, when you wake up late for class, you need a car as fast as lightning. And not only that, but it doesn't hurt if it's as comfy as your own bed. And let's be real, it's gotta be cooler than your mom's Camry. Well, good news, Ideal fam. Class is in session. Grab your lunch boxes and put on your backpacks, because we're about to show you some lavish luxury land yachts for under 5K. And for extra credit, feel free to click that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. And of course, it's great to see you guys again. Let's go. To tell people that you have moolah, you have to have one of the German three: Audi, BMW, or Mercedes. And the best 5K Mercedes is the W203 C-Class. Duh. This entry-level Benz could be one of the best options if you want a comfy commuter. With soft electric 4-way leather seats, classy wood trim accents, and even a 10-speaker Bose system to bump your tunes. Bum, 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 bum. Bump, 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 bump. Some cars even twice this price don't even have those things. And the comfy interior isn't the only reason you'd buy one of these. Just one look at it and it makes you look filthy rich. Because after all, it's a Benz, which is synonymous with CEOs and a bunch of other high net worth individuals. In fact, you won't even need a limo when you go to prom, but you will need a date. Because trust me, this Benz is so nice. And if you snag one, you'll get a date almost as quick as this sled is from the factory. The only thing is you gotta choose which engine you're gonna get, because you have two options. First is the 2.6 liter V6 making 168 horsepower, which is respectable and reliable, but if you really want to make it to class on time, or even early, go with the larger 3.2 liter V6 that produces 215 horses. Now that is what I'm talking about. So if you want to whip with some class, I found this C230 in the only color it should have ever come in, black, for way under budget at 4K. That is the perfect cruiser car. Just remember, it's a Benz. And if something goes wrong in it, it'll cost you some dinero. And if you want something that won't cost you your college tuition to keep running, then your best bet is the reliable luxury machine known as the Acura TL. This little Japanese sedan went toe-to-toe with the German giants of BMW and Mercedes. And with Acura being the luxury arm of Honda, you just know the TL is gonna keep running for miles and miles and miles. So what does that mean? Well, it means that you don't have to worry about it breaking down on your way to your final, which sounds like a complete nightmare, unless you didn't study, and then actually it's a good excuse. See, with the TL, you get features that you'd expect from a great commuter, like a smooth ride, sweeping body lines, and arguably one of the best sound systems on a car under 50K MSRP. And the first thing you're gonna wanna do is roll down the windows and slam that gas pedal to the floor, and you'll be pleasantly greeted with the luscious sound of the 3.2 liter V6, which sounds pretty good stock. And if you really want to hear it growl, straight pipe it, baby. And it's gonna sound like this. Yeah, it's crazy. And with 270 horsepower, the TL makes short work of its competition. And not only that, it also comes with a manual transmission, which if you want to save the manuals, go snag one of our Ideal Ts. And by wearing one, you'll be one of the coolest kids at the school. And if you get a manual TL, well, you just got some extra credit. And if you want the TL, grab a low mile one like this Cherry example we found with 113,000 miles on the clock. A sweet deal. You get a V6 Super Cruiser that won't let you down. But maybe this front wheel lifestyle isn't really your thing, and you want something that you can kind of throw around while still keeping it luxe. The answer is the Infiniti G35. If I had to sum it up, the G35 is experiencing 90% of the German sports cars with about 10% of the maintenance costs. Yeah, they're that good because they're practical, reliable, and reasonably quick. And it's all thanks to that naturally aspirated 3.5 liter VQ V6 packing some serious punch. Yeah, we're talking about 306 horsepower, baby! And yes, you can put all that horsepower to all four wheels in the all-wheel drive model. But for some real fun, cop a rear-wheel drive model and stick some sick drifts. Yeah, impressing your friends with some sick parking lot power slides. Parking lot power slides, baby! And something that you may not expect is the G35 is essentially a 350Z wrapped in luxury. Thanks to it sharing the VQ engine with the Z, parts are widely available to either repair or modify your G to your heart's content. And that little motor that could, it's bulletproof. But you better keep that oil topped off. So make sure, and I can't reiterate enough, make sure you keep up on oil changes. And the G35 will treat you right. And if you really want to get noticed, because I know you do, just throw an exhaust on it and it will sound like this. Whew, I could fall asleep to that every night. And the best part about the G35 though is the price. I found this clean silver 04 G35 for only $5K. You get a smooth and handsome looking ride, kind of like myself, with all the fun of having a rear wheel drive beast, which sadly means that people beat the crap out of them. So if you want a car that hasn't been doing donuts on its way to class, look no further than the Lexus GS. No, it's not gonna break as many necks as the G35, but it's not gonna break your bank either, because this thing has Toyota reliability as its DNA. Brand new, this was a top tier Japanese luxury car with a nosebleed MSRP. Yeah, $60,000 MSRP. Let that sink in. That was the same amount as a fully loaded BMW M3. And once you step inside, it's not as crazy as it sounds. Not only is everything solid quality, but the luxury goes way past its price range. Leather trim, huge sunroof, and a smooth shifting automatic transmission. And although this is a legendary commuter, it's the engine that should get you all excited. The 3-liter naturally aspirated 2JZ. Yes, let me say that one more time. 2JZ, baby. That puts out a measly 220 horsepower because it's naturally aspirated. But yes, that is the same 2JZ. Yeah, Supra territory. Stock, the GS isn't the fastest, but it's definitely tunable and super smooth. And it's easily the most luxurious commuter on the list. So, do you want one? Check out this one for $4,900 with under 100,000 miles. Plus it has a freaking 2JZ. That's a steal. Sadly, the GS doesn't get an A+ in the horsepower department because the one that's at the top of this class is the Chrysler 300. This big body Benz impersonator is a huge hunk of American steel that not only looks the part, but it has the performance to back it up. And this one is for you. Yeah, you. The one that wants to scratch the luxury muscle car itch. More. You can have your cake and eat it too. You got luxury during the school day, and then when you put the pedal to the metal, donuts for extracurricular activities. Woohoo! Now, there is a plethora of engine options. I can't even spell that. P-L-O-T-H-E-A-R-A. Plethora? Anyway, there's a lot of engine choices. You can get the 2.7-liter V6 or the 3.5-liter V6, or step up to a V8 with the 5.7-liter, or go crazy with the 6.4-liter Hemi V8, which will barbecue the rear tires with 425 horsepower. Yeah, that is a lot of power. And no matter what engine you choose, you're gonna get a kick-ass leather-filled commuter with some killer speed. So why should you get a 300? Sure, it's a big, beefy American all-star with a luxurious interior and classy exterior, and it definitely has more power than most cars on this list. And for under 5K, you can snag this 3.5-liter V6. So the 300 sounds great on paper with its power and rear-wheel drive, but one place this thing is terrible is the snow. So for those of you in colder climates, you may want to look at the Audi A4. And to be specific, get it? You want to get the B6 A4. Why? Because it's the comfiest with the leather plush seats, and it's gonna make you a rock star with the confidence-inspiring Quattro all-wheel drive, which, trust me, will keep you planted on the road better than any other car on this list. And it's also gonna make you look rich, because those 4 circles, they ain't cheap. Now you gotta decide between 2 different engines. The first is the tuner-oriented turbocharged 1.8-liter, making 170 horsepower. The second option is the 220 horsepower 3-liter V6. And if you were to ask me which one you should get, well, I would tell you to avoid the turbocharged 1.8-liter at all costs, because they are notoriously unreliable. However, if you know your way around an engine, you can tune these to superhero numbers. And of course, if you're interested in some other European tuner cars, check out this ideal video. So why would I get the A4 if I was a student? Because of that Quattro all-wheel drive system, baby. See, in the rain or snow with a rear-wheel drive, if you don't know how to control it, you can spin out way too easily. But the Audi's sophisticated all-wheel drive system has got your back. So you pretty much never have to worry about spinning out again, unless you do it on purpose. And you'll also never have to worry about breaking the bank to get into one of these. Here's a 3-liter A4 with under 100K for just 5K. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a super luxe stallion from Audi. What more could you want? Well, if you don't need the Quattro all-wheel drive system, but you still want German luxury, just get a Volkswagen. And if you want a cheap VW that can get you to class on time, then you gotta get the Passat. So, for a little extra credit, I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you know what Volkswagen means in German? It means people's car. And so they design cars with comfort and luxury in mind. And if you can get over the Passat's shoddy electronics, this is a solidly built car. It's a little bit understated and reasonably reliable. And personally, one of my favorite features is the active sound insulation.
So freeway noises won't pester your passengers.
Now, the Passat came with a few different engine options. But if you want the ideal power plant, get the 2-liter turbo. You get good gas mileage, parts are widely available, and most important of all, great reliability. Just make sure when you're looking at one that it has had its recommended service, and it hasn't gone to the moon and back in mileage. Like, here's a perfect example. This Passat Comfort with under 75K with the 2-liter for under 5. Wow. For that price, you may want to take a pass at getting yourself a Passat. And it's pretty well known that the ladies love Volkswagen, so, you know, maybe your crush will ask for a ride to class. And I know you guys all want to know, if you ask me for 5 grand, what luxury car would I get? Easy. The G35. It's reliable, it's extremely fun, plus it has a touch of luxury that makes it one of the best cars to get as a student. Now it's your turn. Which one would you get? Let us know down in the comments. And also, what car or cars did we miss on this list? Let us know. And if you're new here, my name's Brad Danger, and I would love it if you hit the subscribe button, turned on the notification bells. Also, like the like button. And if you dislike, don't just hit the dislike once, hit it twice, really mean it. And also check out some of our other Ideal content. It's so awesome making Ideal content for you guys. And no matter what you decide, you're all A+ students in my book, and keep living the Ideal lifestyle.